Hey, ladies and gentlemen. So, 24 years today, 9/11, we were attacked. I did a video on the other channel on that. And here we are. Hang on a minute. I gotta look at something. Let's see something here real quick. Okay, perfect. So, Barium exposure, who I went to his funeral and witnessed his body, spoke to his family. The channel's back up again, and he, this AI version of him, in the she shed, looking down at the camera, claimed I made these two balls to make a comment on me, making up these allegations, which we all know is the man's dead. Great AI. You talked about me. You talked about me. I used to live in the hood here in St. Louis Park. I used to live in the outskirts. These alleys were a total hassle to get through when you would leave work. I had a 92 minivan that had front wheel drive it was absolute hilarious to try to get through the alleys in the morning, but this is St. Louis Park. First house, 94, over by Dakota Park. But anyways, I flew out to Michigan. They can do all the, fake drama you want. He's dead. I went and I spoke at his funeral. Spoke to the family. Wished him well. It's just AI. I mean, I can't believe they're doing that. I can't believe that they're playing this game, with an AI. You kind of threaten like we have to deal with him now or some kind of a threat, like he's threatening people because he's dead, and they come back with an AI. I ain't getting in there. Not getting down that alley. That looks like a 65 Chevy, so we can't get down there. We gotta go down somewhere else. One thing about these alleys, it's a one-way love affair. But Barium exposure. I see New York Dan is going on another poor man cruise. I think it looked like he was going on one. Go ahead. But going on the same ship. Poor Leslie. But I know it's Barium exposure. Claims he's not dead. Doing AI. After he capitulated to his wife, what happened? That's what happened. The gay mafia took him out, and then they want to make up an AI and claim, oh, he's alive and well. All right, fine. Go ahead. Ignore it. Still, it's like ignoring herpes or something, or AIDS. You got a disease and you refuse to take care of it. What happens? Bitch, please. So, I don't know. It's too bad that whoever's behind this AI behavior, this fake drama, he's dead, man. Let's Miss Vicky made a comment down below, refused to believe that he was dead. Morning! She made a comment protecting her brother. The baseball one you saw the other day, that is his sister. Hang on a second, I gotta do something real quick here. Alrighty, hang on a second here. Alright. That is classic that we want to call it the baseball thing is still a problem. Still hilarious. Getting all trolled on that behavior, but it is what it is. But it's kind of a cool area down here. These alleys are an old school Allie's here, but yeah, I know you want to believe that barium exposure is alive and I was perpetrating a hoax and being mean and insensitive and cruel. Hey, I got an airplane, went to Michigan, did toilet, and saw his crusty old body on a coffin. Spoke with his wife, stayed at a hotel, and then I'm belittled in a video. Whining, pissing, and moaning, you know. His wife emailed me and said, hey, I had nothing to do with this hoax. You know, like, well, why am I being blamed for this behavior? Why am I? I didn't do anything. I'm just reporting the news. That's all there is to it. That's what I'm doing. I'm reporting that the man is dead. That's all there is to it. There's no reason to be so bitter, you know? I'll just blow through it, who cares? You know, I can't help it. The AI comes out, starts making allegations, lies and hoax and slandered. Hey, he capitulated to his wife. She was heartbroken. You know, the gay tendencies. There's nothing wrong with that. But you can't live your life like that in a fake marriage. When, you know, just you can't do that behavior. Move over, you little bastard. But, you know, it is what it is. And I hope the family can kind of be put to rest in this behavior instead of people doing AIs on the guy. And I got to come out and defend, you know. But, you know. But remember, what do I always say? It's not a lie, just as long as you believe it to be the truth. There's some really nice tree lines I'll drive through in Edina up Wooddale. Those are some really cool tree stuff. There's some really in the fall. But yeah, he's dead, man. Don't let these AI fool you. Okay? The man's passed on. Let him rest in peace. Quit putting out these AI videos in the she shed. You know, just not cool. It's not fair to his wife. Okay? She's just getting over him, and all of a sudden up pops an AI video in the she shed. You know, New York Daniel's got to come out and say something, confirm, because someone told him, remember, in his chat room, that he was dead. Okay? Someone said it. They confirmed what I said. So, that's all I'm saying. I got the email. She called me on my Google number, and she said, I need you to know this. My husband capitulated to me about being gay, and he passed away in the woods. Then I found out it was the gay mafia. You know? Hey, there's Tater on a motorcycle. Hey, Bajowny! Bajowny, man. Oh, the guy lost his hat. That's why he's turning around, the Zippo hat. I ran over it kind of. That's what he was turning around for. But yeah, you guys, it's really sad when people capitalize on a death. And they go put up some weird video. They're trying to prove me wrong, make me look bad, that I'm some kind of ingrate idiot. You know, I think it's sad myself. I really, really do. To my left here is Park Tavern. A guy murdered like 3 people. Look it up, Park Tavern death. Ran into it. I did a video on the other channel. I did like went over there, but yeah, he ran into the guy, the drunk, murdered about 3 people from Meadowbrook Hospital on a birthday thing. Look it up. Park Tavern death, car death. They put him to life in prison finally. Geez, look at this RV up here. Look at this thing. This would be in front of me. That would be a New York Dan. That's classic. Look at that behavior. Oh my word. Look at that behavior. Nice. Oh my word. What the hell? You could barely see out the window. Oh my God. That doesn't say homeless to you. What doesn't? Oh my God. That was epic. That was pretty funny. That's a New York Dan right there. That's a dimwit RV. That was hilarious. Only in Minnesota, only in St. Louis Park. But yeah, I'm disappointed that I'm being told I'm a liar. That I did all that work to announce his death in the cemetery, and New York Dan backed me up. You know, wife called me, flew out there. What do? Someone puts up an AI on his channel and crawls over a dead body. They should be ashamed, and they should be embarrassed. They should be embarrassed. It's like the killing of that one guy, that Charlie guy, you know? Charlie Kirk guy, right? Right in public. A low-hanging fruit. Charlie Kirk. Again, that's like I'm low-hanging fruit. That was 200 yards away. Shame. It's sad that it's stupid and senseless. Didn't like the guy's his political beliefs, but you just don't start shooting people in public. That pisses me off. But probably so far left, so far right that we don't know anything anymore. But yeah, I was disappointed when I saw that AI. I was like, come on, dudes. What's going on, Badronis? Like, what the hell is going on with you? So disappointing. What do you do, right? Away she goes. Charlie Kirk getting murdered in cold blood in Utah. A fake Barium exposure. You talked about me. And you talked about me. And then you made fun of my death. And you talked about me. But that's just the way she goes. I don't know. I'm disappointed. You know, I did the one on Purgatory. Looking for him in Purgatory. So that was kind of all screwing around with the dog outside. But, you know, still looking for him. He's living in Purgatory. It is what it is. I don't know. What do we do? People die every day. You know, especially on YouTube. One less person you got to deal with. You know, away she goes. Used to live in these apartment complexes, west side. They threw them down. These ones are better, but the old ones were ghetto. But yeah, you live in a weird country right now. Mm-hmm. Good old Charlie Kirk getting taken out. Sad, sad, sad. I don't know. Too far left, too far right. His Barium exposure was a far righty. He liked the convicted felon adjudicated rapist. I wonder how Blind Muse is doing on vacation. Blind Muse. It's the way he hears it, right? You know, Miss Vicky is filling in. You know, New York Dan's going on another dimwit cruise, loner cruise. The usual behaviors. I don't know what Carl's doing these days. What, we got a train up here? Oh, man. Oh, man. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go around these train. I'm going to go through. Oh, I love it. They're just stopped up here. Yeah, I'm going around. Right through here. I know exactly where I'm going. Cut through all the houses here. Go to the railroad tracks. I don't know why they're switching trains at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. What, 2:30, 2:45? That's the way she goes. So I usually come up 159 when I come home if I'm not filming. But we're going through the kind of the nicer, kind of like St. Louis Park, Hopkins here. Kind of a nice area over here. There's a guy, I knew his dad lived over here, and he had his own little sharpening skate. We used to bring our skates over here after church. He sold hockey stuff out of his house. Somewhere over here. But, yeah. I'm disappointed in the behaviors of these people. Claiming I'm a liar. That, you know, it's like, you know, whatever, man. If you wanna believe that, go ahead and believe it. Go for it. Going for a walk with the dogs. But it's the way she goes. Anyways. So, yeah, I know where I'm at. Road closed through traffic. What are you talking about? How in the hell am I supposed to get around here? I'm a YouTuber. I'll go wherever the hell I want to go. That's where I'm going to go. If I have to, I'll go this way. I'm going to go where I have to go. I'm going to go, and I'm going to go. Why? Because I can. I'm going to go right through and take a left. So, I am through traffic. I pay your taxes, bitches. So, anyways. Let me see here. If I can get through the, oh man, they got it all shut off here. What the hell? How in the hell am I supposed to get around? The hell's your problem, man? Dude, Patronies? Oh, that sucks. That sucks. I thought for sure I was going to be able to get around it. Alright, fine. One thing about this fag car, the turn radius just sucks. You can't get around the train this time, cowboy. Oh, no, you can't, bitch. So they're tearing it up. I see, the blind man says to his deaf wife as he picks up his hammer and nails. I see. Well, let's see where we're going to have to go to get around this behavior. See, I'm a YouTuber. I go where the hell I want to go. But not today. I'll have to go down here. Let's go down here. All this to get around a train. Oh my goodness. Barium exposure is dead. Bring out your dad. Bring out your dad. I don't know. It's closed down there. So I don't know. It's going to be this easy to just get around the train, bitches. I don't think so. The hell? How am I supposed to get around the train, dudes? We'll go this way then. I know it's Harley Hopkins to my right there. I used to play we used to right to my right there, yeah, Harley Hopkins. As we used to ref hockey. I used to do my hockey practice because it was down below, away from the wind. Yep. Alright. This isn't any fun. I'm screwed. Right back where I was before. But it is what it is. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. I think this is the out I'm looking for. I'm looking for. I think that's what. Yep. Look at that, huh? Looky. Yes, sirree. Hell yeah. Oh yeah. Perfect. But the train's now gone now. It doesn't really matter. But at least I got to drive around. And here comes the cops. They're coming to get me. So I'm right back around why I videotaped. So it is what it is. We made it. Train's gone. Ambulance coming. And don't believe one bit that barium exposure is alive. Okay? The man is dead. Alright? The man is dead. We'll see y'all later. From the outskirts. Bitch please. And I mean bitch please. Alright? See you later.